Internet and everyday life. In today's world, the internet has become an integral part of our daily lives. It's a vast digital universe that connects us to people, information, and services from around the globe. From education to entertainment, communication to commerce, the internet has revolutionized the way we live, work, and interact with each other. Education and information. We have online learning. The internet has made education a bit accessible to millions with platforms offering courses on various subjects, from basic literacy to advanced degrees. Research and information. The internet is a treasure trove of information. With a few clicks, we can access countless articles, research papers, and databases. Communication. We have social media. Platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter have transformed the way we connect with friends and family. We can share photos, videos, and thoughts instantly. We also have messaging apps. Apps like WhatsApp and Messenger allow us to communicate with people in real time regardless of their location. Entertainment. We have streaming services. Netflix, Disney Plus, and the other streaming platforms offer a vast library of movies, TV shows, and documentaries. Gaming. The internet has transformed the gaming industry with online multiplayer games and virtual reality experiences. Commerce. E-commerce offline shopping has become incredibly popular, allowing us to purchase goods and services from the comfort of our homes. Digital payments. The internet has made digital payments, such as online banking and mobile wallets, a convenient and secure way to transact.
First of all, good morning, sir. I'm Lerwin John Haber, 21 years old from Baliwasa. So, my topic for today is all about thought on the internet. The internet is a fascinating and powerful tool that connects people, ideas, and information in unprecedented ways. It has transformed how we communicate, learn, and share creativity. So, ano nga ba ang internet? So, ang internet, ito ay nagbibigay na mabilis na access sa information sa pagkukonekta ng mga tao sa iba't ibang bahagi ng mundo. So, maaari tayo dito magpadala at tumanggap ng data, mensahe, larawan, at iba pang uri ng information. However, it's also come with challenges like misinformation and privacy concerns. Balancing its potential for good with the need for responsible use is crucial as we navigate this digital landscape. So, ang internet naman, meron siyang advantage and disadvantage like sa misinformation and privacy concern. So, here are the advantage and disadvantage on the internet. The advantage on the internet such as instant access to information, improved communication, and opportunity for education and business. So, ano nga ba ang advantage on the internet? So, ang advantage on the internet, ito ay may malaking epekto sa iba't ibang aspeto ng ating gawain, like sa pamamagitan ng social media, email, Google, at iba pang apps. So, ito ay may malaking tulong sa atin, especially na sa communication natin and opportunity for education and business. Napapadali ang iba't ibang gawain natin. Like sa report ko, kinakailangan ko mag-search kasi mahirapan ako maggawa kung di dahil sa internet para malaman ang kabuuan ng topic ko. So, however, it also has disadvantages on the internet, including privacy concerns, misinformation, and potential addictions. Delving into this aspect reveals that ultimate balance between its benefits and risks. So, ano nga ba ang disadvantage on the internet? So, ang disadvantage on the internet naman, yung mga pagkalat ng maling information, like sa mga fake news, yung naniniwala tayo sa mga fake news. For example, may report ako tomorrow and may exam. So, nagulan ng malakas. So, may nag-post GPP issue na tuloy daw ang class kahit sa sobrang lakas ang ulan. So, di ko alam na fake account pa lang nag-post. So, naggawa ko sa score dahil sa ayaw ko ma-absent. So, di ko alam na ikakapahamak po. So, yun lang ang disadvantage on the internet. Yung mga pagkalat ng mga maling information, yung naniniwala tayo sa mga fake news. So, yun lang po. That's all. Thank you.
Good morning, Sir Julang. I am Janet Book from Bintech Culinary 1C, and today I'm going to report to you about the major parts of a computer system unit. So what is computer system unit? Computer system unit is the main box-like structure of a computer with all the essential components needed for the computer to work. So here are the major parts of the computer system unit rather. So there are 5 types. Number 1 is a motherboard. Number 2 is the CPU or the central processing unit, GPU or the graphical processing unit, RAM or the random access memory, and the storage. So the 5 major parts that I mentioned is essential to the computer. Kasi if wala isa sa lima na yun, then the computer will not run smoothly. So now, I'm going to tackle about motherboard. So the motherboard is a computer's central communications backbone connectivity point through which all components and external peripherals connect. A motherboard is the main printed circuit board or the PCB in a computer. So for short, si motherboard daw is the heart or the brain of the computer. So if wala si motherboard sa computer, then the computer will not run, especially the next one is the CPU or the central processing unit. So the CPU is the primary component of a computer, acts as its control center. The CPU, also referred to as the central or main processor, is a complex set of electronic circuit that runs the machine's operating system and apps. So therefore, without a CPU or the central processing unit, so the PC cannot access any of the data, load any software or application, and generate any video or audio. And especially, it cannot connect to the internet. So, dapat meron talaga tayong CPU sa computer. So, the next one is the GPU or the graphical processing unit. So, the graphical processing unit in your device helps handle graphics-related work like graphics, effects, and videos. So, pag walang GPU sa PC is mahirap. Kasi hindi natin makikita or mapapanood ang gusto natin panoorin. Magra-run naman ang PC but hanggang black screen lang. Black screen lang talaga. Black screen lang ang makikita natin pag in-open natin ang PC. But nowadays, meron din naman nag-run ang PC kahit walang GPU. Pero, dapat yung CPU ng PC is may built-in na GPU or Intel Integrated Graphics. So, pag meron ka noon sa PC mo, then wala na magiging issue sa PC mo. So, magra-run na ito smoothly. Mapapanood mo na yung mga gusto mo panoorin, yung mga image na gusto mong makita, mga pictures, ganun. So, the second to the last is the RAM or the random access memory. So, RAM is the hardware in computing device that provides temporary storage for the operating system or the OS, software programs, and any other data in current use so they're quickly available to the device processor. So, in short, the RAM is the short-term or the temporary storage. So, if into gaming, it is mas maganda pag may RAM sa phone or any other devices kasi ito yung nag-a-allow para mas mag-operate ng smoothly and para iwas lag. And it also allows better multitasking. So the last one is storage. Computer storage refers to components that provide long-term data retention such as hard disk drives, HDD, and solid-state drives, SSD. So, sa pangalan niya pa lang is, alam na natin kung anong trabaho niya sa computer natin. So, si storage, siya yung nagsa-store ng mga important files, videos, pictures, and other important sounds na kailangan i-save sa computer. So, the examples are the hard disk, the RAM, ROM, CD or DVD, floppy disk, memory card, and pen drive and tape. So, that's all for my report. Thank you for listening and good morning again, Sergio.